Showtime. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I couldn't wait anymore, man. 5 minutes is too long.
Ready for the intro?
Let's do it.
Whoa! It's the freaking Frack Show, a podcast for the fans by the fans. This is the freaking Frack Show, a podcast for the fans by the fans.
Freaking Frack Show, a podcast for the fans by the fans.
All right, guys, you're watching the freaking Frack Show podcast for the
fans by the fans.
Showtime.
Hello.
What's happening, man?
What's going on, people all over the world?
We got quite the episode in store, I think. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I see some people from last night. Shout out to Francis and Ty, and thank y'all so much for joining us again.
Let us know where you guys are dropping in from. Let us know where you at and how your weekend is going, and if you guys got anything planned for the big Sunday tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Rory. Rory says, long time no talk.
Yeah, he's kind of just been leaving us hanging. Rory, where you been, dude? Disney? I mean, just hanging out in Florida all the time, man. All the time. Can't
Every week, man. Francis said he got his first shot. He was telling me yesterday. Francis is a diabetic and I believe something else, and he wasn't sure if he was gonna be okay, but he says he's having no problems today. So that's fantastic news.
Yeah, man. I think you and I both got the fully vaccinated, right? You're good. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Bring on the concerts, man. Hi, Emily.
Yes.
How we doing?
Oh, Emily and Miss Dolores, thank y'all so much for joining us. Shout out to Stephanie.
We got quite a different show for you guys tonight. We decided, hey, let's take it back to the OG days, right? Where got people from all over the country, all over the world joining in, tuning in with us, and we're gonna bring them live to you guys tonight. It's gonna be exciting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to cover about the '90s and the early 2000s, nostalgia of music, movies, singers, everything.
Yeah, this is going to be quite the experiment. So bear with us here when we bring everybody on. Okay, we're going to kind of go through our talking points here and talk about the 90s, 2000s, music, movies, TV shows, cartoons, everything, and go one by one and talk about each person. So it's going to be pretty cool, man.
And we will ask everybody. Keep the the negativity or foul language, anything off the show. We're gonna have what does the coaches usually say about having a clean game?
Let's have a clean game. Let's have a clean experience tonight.
Let's do it.
All right, let's bring them on one by one. Shall we do that? I bring
All right.
you, Josh. Josh, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How about you?
Doing good. Next up, we got Heather.
Hello.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
We got a twofer with the next one in the house. We got Allison and Miss Bailey.
What's up?
Yeah, the world's clapping. You can't hear it, but the world's clapping. We're going to bring you Miss Sherry.
Yeah.
Hi, Sherry. She's quiet, but she's feisty. That's what we love about her.
Oh yeah, when she needs to put her foot down.
Yeah. We bring you
haven't
Miss
seen nothing
April.
yet.
Oh,
April, how we doing?
Hey.
There we go.
I'm
And
doing all
last,
right.
but not least, we got our dear friend, Miss Bridget. Hey. There we go. The Brady Bunch in the house. Brady Bunch in the house. All right. So what we're gonna ask is, if you're not talking, make sure you hit mute so then there's not that cross frequency thing, because we got a big bunch tonight. Big bunch in the house. All right, here we go. It's like the quiet.
yeah. It was ringing in my ears, so now I hear silence. And I'm just like,
Miss Becca says she loves the hair, Bridget. Lynn says, hey guys.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah, man. Let's dive right into this thing.
Let's do it.
First thing we want to talk about is there's a new documentary out about Blockbuster, which Netflix put out, which is mind blowing, right? I mean,
Yep. Blockbuster, man.
Caleb, talk about one of your what when you think about Blockbuster, what comes to mind, man? What is it?
I think about having the good old days where I just used to go in there and get movies. I think about when they started towards the end saying, okay, 99 cents per day, and things like that. They had to change up their rental prices, and they started having they want to compete with Netflix, and they were like, okay, 3 movies for $20, things like that. I mean, I think about watching something be so big and just fall as I got older, like very, very quickly.
Dude, it's mind blowing, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's where you went. That's what you did on the weekends,
Every night and every day, pretty much. Yeah, I lived at movie stores my childhood though. I used to literally get dropped off there by my dad, and I'll come get you in 3 or 4 hours, and it was the best time of my life. My dad did not abandon me. Let me just say that right now on air. He just, I was just, I got to go read every single cover, and just it's like books to me,
Josh, man, what's the first movie that comes to your mind when you think of Blockbuster? What brings you back?
Oh, I'm kind of old, so I'm not 100% sure. got me on the spot. So I'm trying to think
Mhm.
of it. I remember Air Bud when I was a kid. I remember all that stuff. Matter of fact, I think it was also Pleasantville.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Pleasantville. That's actually my
Toby
favorite movie.
Maguire.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
my favorite movie, and still is to this
Wow.
day my favorite movie, hands down.
That's crazy.
Nice. I gotta say, I think about for me, I think about going to Blockbuster or Video Center, which is by the house at the time, from Justin to Kelly, or Justin to Kelly with Kelly Clarkson, that
Yeah.
that horrible movie. I think about going pick up the VHS and saying, ugh, it was so bad.
Man, you talk about Air Bud, dude. You're taking it back. I was a huge fan of that movie. That
Yes,
Yeah.
intense.
man, my sister actually used to work at the movie theater. She was like the manager. It used to be called Universal besides the Palace. So, and Universal, like she used to get this type of things you put on your door frame and all the stuff like that. And it was like a big giant dog trying to slam dunk the ball. So I was like, everybody's like, man, you got a big dog on the door. I'm like, no, man, it's a poster. And
Great.
it was like it brings back a lot of memories. Like even Friday, I remember watching Friday when it first premiered, and I was so young. And they said, "Hey, get in!" I snuck through the back and got through.
That's great, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
Allison Bailey, is there a certain memory that comes to your guys' mind? Is there a certain experience, or is just the smell of Blockbuster alone? I mean, what movie do you guys think of when you think Blockbuster?
Apparently, we are more connected than I thought because I didn't say a word. And what did you say?
Good burger.
Good Burger.
Oh, wow.
Well, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Welcome to Good Burger.
That's
That's
good,
what we
man.
were laughing about
Yeah.
when he was talking. He pointed at me. I was like, "Good burger."
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters.
No.
Oh, man.
That's exciting, dude.
I waited till it went to VHS.
It was the orange one, right? Like you got the movie
Yeah.
and it was orange. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
All the
Yep.
Nickelodeon ones were orange.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everything
that-
that was Nickelodeon. Really.
Jimmy Neutron, Rugrats,
Yeah,
everything.
that was the second movie I'd ever seen in a theater.
Oh, man.
Really? How old were you, if you don't mind me asking? Do you remember the age?
Oh, God.
That's probably rude of me to
Probably
ask.
like 7.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
gonna say 6, 7.
Yeah, because the first movie I ever saw in a theater was 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, dude.
Man.
Mine
Good
was
one, too.
Lion King.
I was scared. That was scary.
Lion King, man. I mean, so let's keep it on you, Allison Bailey, for this. That Keenan and Kel, right? I mean, such a huge part of my childhood. I mean, am I the only one here? Caleb, Allison Bailey, you guys Keenan and Kel fans?
All
Yeah.
that every Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely.
Whatever happened to them?
There's
I seen 'em.
new.
I was
Like,
gonna say
no, you
there's
didn't.
the new ones.
Yeah.
It's a new all that, but it's not.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cringy.
Mhm.
I joined Paramount Plus, and I'm sure it'd be worth it one day. But no, I've seen who was it? Kel Mitchell. I seen him at a Comic-Con 2 years ago.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't go up to him because I was like, he's got a line.
Isn't one of them into like the ministry now?
He is.
That's
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
what I thought.
Man, that's exciting. That's
Yeah.
that's really cool, man. How life just takes you on different pathways, and it's insane.
Mhm.
Paramount Plus, Caleb, what's all on that, dude?
Pretty much everything Nickelodeon that you would desire. It's on there. Every single series, all that Amanda's show, Rugrats, everything that's coming to it, which is a new Rugrats. The new iCarly. Everything's coming to it. But yeah, literally, like it's kind of like Netflix, just with Nickelodeon. Everything Nickelodeon. Yeah, well worth it, man.
Yeah, started with Disney Plus, now we're here. There you go.
I know.
That's wild.
I know the subscription.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you're pretty much paying cable prices, right? With everything that we
Yep.
got. That's
Our
wild.
Discovery Plus. We
I like that.
Everybody's getting that, man. It's insane though because there's every single thing you want. Like day one they had more than like Paramount Plus did on day one. Like there was like thousands and thousands of episodes and really cool though. Really, really good.
Yeah, you can get it free for a year with your Verizon's bill if you have unlimited data.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Verizon's got that on lock, man. You can get pretty much everything for a year when you got Verizon, huh?
Yeah.
That and AT&T.
Yeah.
Verizon, we have the entertainment bundle. So we get Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus with our bill, like with our phone plan. And then Discovery Plus now. So
perks.
Boy Meets World. Chris is watching Boy Meets World right now. Probably my all-time fave. I mean, of all time. Boy Meets World, right? Life lessons in that show. Golly.
Yeah, amazing, man. Mr. Matthews.
Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, man. The feels of hearing Feeney's voice, you know.
Feeney. Feeney. Mr. Feeney. Dude, I like, you don't think about somebody, I think it was on The Office, that I wish they would tell us that we're living the good times when you're living through it. Like, dude, the 90s just hit different, man. The shows, the movies, everything.
Yeah, because I don't really have many good times with, movies or things nowadays. You know, it doesn't hit like it did in the 90s. I mean, there are some great movies, but it's the ones that people haven't seen, sadly.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe when we're older, we'll look back and be like, man, that 2021, that when that movie came out, and it just takes me back to the day, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be wild. Something else I wanted to touch on was, Caleb, for me, it was Napster, right? I mean, yes, I'm fraudulently, I'm admitting to things here. But what was it? Because you're a little bit younger than me. What was it that downloaded music back in the day when you were growing up?
We probably shouldn't talk about that, and I'll tell you after. Oh, actually, I can tell you now. A friend of mine's podcast was pulled for talking about piracy.
Oh,
so let's go to the next subject.
Moving on.
I found that out. I found that out last night. I forgot to message you about that today.
Toys That Made Us. There's a show that's out called Toys That Made Us, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What for you? For me, it was Power Rangers, right? And G.I. Jones.
Oh man,
growing up.
Dude, it was Power Rangers, but it was also like Transformers.
Oh,
like because there was nothing about like go and spend $20 at the time. Now it's like $100. On a Transformer and it breaking, and then you're on the floor crying your eyes out because you have no idea how to put it back together. And your dad's like, I don't know, son. Okay, let's go buy you another one. Yeah. That was how my dad was. He's like, let's go get you another one.
Yeah, man. I never once in my life owned a Transformer, dude. Never once. It's crazy.
I owned one.
Yeah. And now they're back. Now they're back again, man. Imagine if you still had those toys.
I know, and sadly, the one I did have is broken, so it's not going to work.
Bridget, when you think of toys growing up, what comes to your mind? First thing that pops in your head. For me, Power Rangers. For Caleb, it's Transformers. What is it for you?
So I remember those, like, I can't remember what they were called, but they were like,
Ruh-roh.
We got a frozen character there.
Technical difficulties from Bridget. Heather, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, let's talk about toys. Toys
Hey,
that
Heather.
made us. Hi, Heather.
Probably my turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Heather and I had a great conversation about Ninja Turtles yesterday.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yes, so I can see that.
And then probably my Light Bright.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
And my Easy Bake Oven was probably the only thing kink related that I ever actually played with. And that's just because I love to cook. So I looked over the pink just so I could play with it.
I wasn't allowed to have that.
Nope.
I was using a real stove at your age, as a child.
That's amazing. amazing, dude.
I
tried
cooked
to get
very
Madison
young.
one.
Well,
Are they real ovens, Caleb?
you got to ask Heather that. I was using a real stove at like 6 years old.
I was using one at 10 because I had 2 kids I had to feed because of the situation that was going on at home.
Mm-hmm.
I had to grow up pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, but it actually, the Easy Bake Oven was actually just a light bulb, and it cooked it. It got hot enough to cook the food that went through it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was really cool. It actually was really cool. I had a lot of neat toys when I was growing up.
I just had morphers.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
I wish I had them, man. I wish I had them right now. I'd put them on and more for you guys.
And I had my share of Power Ranger. I had the Power Ranger toys from the movie.
Come on.
I have the movie, actually.
Yeah.
I had a Power Ranger doll that was the soft body and then the hard head.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Unfortunately, it got ruined, so I don't have it anymore.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. It was the Red Ranger, which is still my favorite Ranger.
Oh,
Jason, right? That's
Mhm.
Jason?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. Austin something, I think.
Austin St. John.
St. John, yeah. I actually met him. I met him in the Black Ranger, Zach.
I could have met him a couple of years ago, but I didn't have the money to go to the con. I could have met him and Johnny Youngbosh, who played Adam. And
I think that's the only two I met. Oh, and Jennifer from Power Rangers, Lost in Galaxies or whatever, Lost in Space.
Lost in Space?
Yeah, I met her too.
Nice.
She was sweet.
Dude, somebody brought up TGIF every Friday. That was the thing, right? On ABC, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Oh my gosh, dude, it had everything on there at different times too.
I don't think I ever watched ABC as a kid. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it had like Boy Meets World, and then Smart Guy was on it. Maybe Step by Step, I think, was on it at one time. Sabrina.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, okay, yeah. Now they're on different stations. That's true. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's I think like when I think of toys and Power Rangers and stuff, like it automatically goes back to a Friday night in front of the TV, getting down, with the family. Like when people actually used to get together and hang out as families and watch things, dude, that was awesome.
Yes. Beautiful.
A beautiful thing. All right, let's see here. All right, now we're gonna go on to movies. Okay, we're just gonna tick these things off. Movies of the '90s, movies of the 2000s too. When I mean, you guys brought up Friday. That I wasn't even thinking about Friday until now, man. That thing, cult classic instantly.
Yep. What we can do is we'll go around for each person, like as on a fast clock, and just go, and basically everyone tell us the one movie that you guys actually that comes to mind of the '90s. I would definitely say Neverending Story.
Oh my Atlanta. That's great, dude. It's taking me back.
Yeah.
Who's next? Josh, you up, man? We'll just go in the circle. Oh, Sherry, you're up, my dear.
Hi, guys. I would say Good Will Hunting.
God.
You don't know anything.
Got me again. Wow. Allison Bailey.
Spy Kids.
Nice.
I am old.
Yep. Carmen Elizabeth Monico Eco Gato Cosas.
No.
Yep.
And I think Spy Kids was the first 3D movie I'd ever seen, and stuff was literally like flying at you. It was like a way.
Junie!
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm actually going to go to 1990, before I was ever born, to my favorite movie to this day of all time.
Ooh.
What is it?
I do. I'll let you say it, though.
My favorite movie of all time is Steel Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias.
Yes. Yep.
That's great. Heather, what about you?
Does it have to be 90s, or can I go to the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, go further back.
Labyrinth.
Jim
Henson's Labyrinth.
Not Pan's Labyrinth, by the way. Which is very dear to me, but okay.
What is that movie, Caleb?
Guillermo del Toro, the guy who just does the weirdest movies like Hellboy and different things like that. He created that movie, and which the blue guy from Hellboy is one of the main people in Pan's Labyrinth as another monster. His name is Doug Jones, the most unrecognizable person in Hollywood because he's not a good-looking man to begin with, and every time someone sees him, he's in some kind of different makeup. But another Guillermo del Toro movie, amazing. All in German, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see who we're looking at. Let's see, April, right?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Got my mic working finally. I'm gonna have to go with Austin Powers.
Which one? Which one?
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, good choice. Good choice.
Oh, behave.
Oh, behave. Yeah.
Vanessa.
Dude, I love that movie so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, they need Mike Myers needs to quit teasing another one and just do it. I know Mini-Me has passed away, but like, please just give us another, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this, but 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago, Mike Myers came back as Dr. Evil on one of the Tonight Show.
Dude, I didn't know that.
It was the biggest thing ever because, of course, Mike Myers is aged and everything, but he had the costume on, the headpiece, the suit, and he's like, the laser, and it's just incredible, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Bridget, what's your 90s 2000 movie?
Hocus Pocus.
Ooh.
My
Yes.
kids love that. Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of people, I was scared of it as a kid. I don't know about you guys, but I was young and I was really not okay with the witches.
They're freaky, dude. I heard they're making another one.
That's what they keep saying. Yeah, for Disney Plus, man, which I'm hoping they bring back the OGs and not try to make a little spinoff. Nobody wants another Girl Meets World.
Yeah,
No,
the
we don't.
OG are actually all signed on to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And hopefully it's not cameos because I would be very disappointed. But I wouldn't put it past Disney to do something like that just to get some views.
Yeah. I think like when you guys went around the table here and something that kept popping in my mind was Robin Hood Men in Tights.
You lost me.
No,
Robin
never
Hood
seen
Man.
it.
Is that the one with Carrie Ells?
It is.
Oh, is it?
My favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Oh, Mel Brooks. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I usually refer to it as Robin Hood.
Yeah. But there's just so many Robin Hoods, that I was like, that's how it stood out to me. And they didn't take themselves serious in it, And I was just kind of a goofy kid.
Yep.
Let's go to the comments here, Caleb. We got Back to the Future in the original Turtles film. That's a good one.
Edward Scissorhands is probably my number one as well.
Edward Scissorhands, good one.
She said, hold me. And he says, I can't. I'm sorry, but like, even as a 9-year-old kid, when I first saw it, 8 or 9 years old, I was moved by that movie even as a young age, especially when he cuts Kevin and stuff, which by the way, probably really is very traumatizing for kids.
Yeah.
It's pretty graphic.
You want to get into some Backstreet Boy talk? I mean, we got enough fans in the house that we can.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. Let's see. Where do you want to start on
Well,
this,
you know,
my man?
Nick was in Edward Scissorhands.
He was.
Speaking of back,
He was the kid was a sprinkler running through in the beginning. Yeah. The blonde one, Nick. Aaron Carter reference.
Yeah. I got you, dude.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Good song though.
Let's see. So we'll get into the new AJ project coming up, the new Nick album coming up, and what everybody's expecting from that. But let's just start. Let's start with the immediate question that needs to be answered, and go around again. And let's go favorite albums. Caleb, I know this. I know your answer, but let's start with you.
What is the question?
Favorite Backstreet Boy album?
Oh, yeah. My favorite, because every day is a new day. My favorite today is This Is Us.
Wow. I don't think I've heard you say that one before.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, today is just, today's about I don't know. I just feel like it resonates with me.
Yeah. It's a good answer, dude. Very good answer. I think for me, my kids and I were listening to Chances on the way home from the soccer game. So I think DNA today. And I've never picked DNA, keep in mind. I've never said it. Today's that day.
Today's the day.
Today's that day. Josh, my guy, new to the scene, new to the group, to us. But I heard you're a Backstreet Boy fan.
We welcome you with open arms.
So DNA, I think it's one of my favorite ones. See that the very first song on there, I can listen to it on the way just driving. It's my baby, don't go breaking my heart. Hey, I could just keep riding on I-10 and just don't stop, just hitting it.
Yep.
So yes, and I actually performed. Actually did karaoke for that song "Backstreet's Back," and I was actually in the hospital. I was sick, and sent a video to Caleb about it. So I was actually had tickets for them in New Orleans, but I was in the hospital, and so my wife filmed me dancing in my gown, and I was like, I'm so sad, but I got to dance to the Backstreet Boys. I'm just going nuts over it.
Man, so cool, man. It was a great video too.
Yeah.
All right, who we got? We got Miss Sherry. Miss Sherry, what's your favorite Backstreet album?
I'd have to say either DNA or Millennium.
Ooh,
I knew that was
new
coming.
to old.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, who we got? We got Allison and Bailey up.
I'll let you go first.
Well, we talked about this the other day. Black and Blue is so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
It is. I definitely agree.
I always go back to Black and Blue.
Is there a reason behind that, Bailey? Is there a reason behind what makes Black and Blue so special for you?
There's just so many. Well, actually, it would be Black and Blue and Never Gone that are ones that certain songs that you're just like, why was this never ever released?
Yeah.
So many good hidden songs that never got released.
That's great. That's great. Allison, is yours the same?
Kind of. So like, it's so hard for me to pick because I'm kind of like Caleb, like, oh, I'm feeling this today or I'm feeling that today. But when you asked, it kind of brought me back to a question that was asked to me in 2014. You know where I'm going with this. So I'm a big Nick fan. And when he
Are you?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Right.
Well,
people in the, fandom might not know that are new. But in 2014, Nick did an Indiegogo campaign for the Dead 7 movie. And of course, I forked out. At that time, it was $250 for 15 minutes. So put it in perspective with the cameo or the loops and the cameos. But anyway, he asked me what my favorite Backstreet Boys song was. And I couldn't answer the question because I was like, you want me to pinpoint exactly one song or one album? I can't do it because you can't compare like one with the other. They're just all so good in their own way. But if I had to pick, it would be Black and Blue. There's not one song on Black and Blue that I like skip by. Yeah. Where there's other albums where I'm like, nah, I could take it or leave it. Mm-hmm. But Black and Blue, I love all of the songs. So
agreed completely. All right, we got Heather. What you got, girl?
Black and Blue.
Wow.
Any particular reason?
I love every song on that album. It's just, I honestly thought DNA would knock it off its number one spot, and it didn't. It landed at number 2 with Never Gone. There is just, Black and Blue just has those up-tempo beat songs that I love. I'm not much of a slow song person,
Mhm.
So the fact that even the slower songs that are on Black and Blue still kind of have an upbeat tempo, with the exception of maybe a couple.
Yeah.
But I don't even skip Shining Star. I love that.
Shout out to Alejandro.
I love that entire album, and it has been my favorite since it was released.
Man, that's awesome. That's great. What about you, April?
Millennium and then DNA.
Ooh, new to old, or old to new as well.
Mm-hmm. Like, I like This Is Us and Never Gone as well, but it's one of those where you have, like she said, you like pick and choose, like that one not so much skip, but Millennium's the very first CD of their, or very first, I guess you say, album of theirs I ever got. And then I saw them on the Black and Blue tour, but it just didn't do it for me like how Millennium did. So that's always just been I still have the CD actually in my car. So the original one I got.
Wow, that's crazy. And when it comes down to, I was having a conversation with a fan last night, and he was saying that he had just recorded "Treat You Right," and that is one of the, like you just said about skippable songs. Like there were skippable songs, and then certain albums for me as well. There is no songs you can skip because it's just like bang, 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 banger after banger.
Yeah, man. Looking at the track list, I just pulled the track list up, and I mean, you're right, Caleb. Banger after banger for sure.
Yeah.
Outside of Shining Star, but I think I still listen to
it. Shining Star is a banger for me. Look, I tease Alejandro, but I love that song.
Do you have a personal favorite on the album, Caleb?
It's not Shining Star, but definitely. Man, I don't know. I don't know if you can choose, but
I know,
because every single one. No, I don't. I don't have a personal favorite because, like, I seriously love every single song on it.
Yeah. You know what I think DNA did for me? I think it brought back the love for everyone. The track. I think it brought it back for a lot of people too.
Yeah. Because I had no idea people actually, because I remember when DNA started and people were like, oh, they're doing Everywhere in the beginning. Oh, I hate that song. I'm like, what? I grew up loving that song, even though a lot of people didn't get the Canadian version CD or whatever that had it. I grew up loving it, and I had no idea people actually didn't like it.
And I don't know why. I guess the circus part of the song kind of throws me off, that one. But outside of that, man, that's and it's a good way to open a concert.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best banger of an opener like ever in concert history for me.
Yeah. No, you're right. It is so good, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I know that I wanted to get into videos, but since we're on the topic of concerts, is there a song, and we can go around, what would you guys add to the DNA set list? Is there a certain song that's not on there? Just one. Can't do two, because I know that's what we're thinking. Is there a certain song, Caleb, that you'd like to have added?
Yeah, I would love for them to do Shining Star, because it's just they don't. Period.
Yeah.
They don't. It'd be funny for them to actually, because it's just such a childish, silly song,
That would be crazy. That would be crazy to add that. You're right. It would be cool.
Out of place, but crazy.
Yeah. Should we go backwards this time, Heather? What's a song that you want to add?
It's probably Straight Through My Heart.
No, I should have said that. So I love that dance routine they do.
I love that entire album, but
yeah.
And I love that they kept Undone, because I know that's Kevin's favorite song from that album. So the fact that they did that for him, that was awesome.
It's the hips, baby. The hips.
Hips don't lie.
Yeah. All right, Allison Bailey, what you guys?
I would go, and again, she picked up on it without me saying a word. I would go way, way old school and want them to bring back their solo stuff, And Brian, dude, that's what she said. It's my favorite.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, which is so odd. They you know, I guess, you know, with Nick having a catalog of solo now, I guess that's why they probably don't do it, because it's like, if Nick did one song, people would riot and be like, we want to hear the...
We wanted that. Yeah.
Yeah, we want everything.
But to go back onto that with Nick, heaven.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other...
No, you know.
I don't know. I like All American.
There's some other songs he could sing too, but
Yeah.
I'm not picking any of those. We're not going on that topic because we're only supposed to pick one song.
Yeah, we don't want him to do anything non-BSB too. You know, we that's one thing I don't like going to concerts personally, and then they do like 7 out of 20 is going to be covers. Like, please don't do that.
You're right, Caleb. Yeah.
You know,
I would pick, and y'all have probably seen the video if you're friends with me on Facebook. He had to look up the words, but in Omaha, I got Howie to sing "What Makes You Different Makes You Beautiful," and I don't hear it the same way at all ever now. You'll have to go on my Facebook if you haven't heard it, but he like literally pulled it out of thin air when I asked him to sing it. He gave me that like deer in the headlights look, like I have no idea, and somebody had to look up the lyrics, and he like, I don't hear Brian singing part of it at all, like not, because it's all just like Howie, and it was amazing. And I would want Howie to sing it. Go back to the solo stuff, like Howie to sing the whole thing by himself, because his voice is so like underrated. I'm not like a huge Howie fan, but as I've grown up, I've like come to terms, and his play was so amazing. So
yes, it was.
What Makes You Different Makes You Beautiful would be my choice.
Beautiful song too, Princess Diaries.
Good movie.
Yes.
What about you, Miss Sherry? What you got?
Allison actually took my answer. I was thinking the same song, but I would also pick In a World Like This.
Please give it to us.
It's okay.
Please give it to us, because we're you know, as soon as they start DNA again, or we get news, we're going to be campaigning with Brian, you know, and Leanne personally, every single day until we'll probably get blocked. But we will be campaigning with bring In a World Like This back to this set, to the Backstreet fandom. You know,
he never really gave us an answer, huh, Caleb? I mean, he kind of beat it around the bush a little bit with it.
He did, but you know, as men of the fandom, we have to sometimes take charge and let them know, like, we need to have this song on there.
Especially in a world like this.
Yeah. Dude, the most perfect song ever right now, you know.
Josh, my man, you're up.
I'm just an original person, so I'll probably just keep it just natural and just strictly DNA. Just keep it natural. That's just me.
I like that.
Because there was some good bangers on there that didn't make it, or even they had done like 30 seconds or whatever. And, you know, I have the album here, but hey, you know, let Howie do Chateau. Yeah. The beginning of Chateau, because he's, you know, actually do the whole thing, but instead of just the beginning, because man, when Howie does that, it's incredible.
Did we miss somebody? April, did we get yours?
I think she had left and then she came back. Welcome back, April.
Hi, April. We love you.
Well, I knocked my drink off and it's still everywhere, so I had to go get it cleaned up real quick.
Wow.
I don't know. People might think I'm weird for this one, but I like Masquerade, honestly. But
ooh, yes.
I mean, there could be so many different ones.
Masquerade is great.
So I don't know, like, yeah, like I keep hearing people like harp on it, and I'm like, I think it's a pretty flippin' good song. So, yeah.
Yeah, Masquerade is good.
That, and then like, of course, you have your originals from back in the day.
Yeah.
So.
That's so
but
cool.
Yeah.
What is that? Just to be close to, just be close. That would be incredible I know they did it on the cruise, and it's, you know, incredible, but it'd be great for them just to, like Boys to Men in their concerts when they do Motown Philly, they do yada 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 yada. They do that like a cappella. If Backstreet Boys can just do it just to be close to a cappella style, oh man, like live at every concert, Great song, man.
Yeah, they could put it right with Breathe too in that little section.
I mean, bring it back, barbershop harmony.
There you go. There you go. Caleb, what song would you want to be added?
I don't know. Now I want to say Masquerade because like, I know like watching them do it, for I guess This Is Us, I guess it was, they look like really bored because it's not a song you could dance to or anything. You're just like, tonight, but yeah, I would say something like Masquerade now. Thanks, April.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I always like Nick's voice and Brian's vocals, on there are just tight, man.
Dude, I always go with the same one, like In a World Like This or something off that album. But since you brought it up, like, I kind of like This Is Us. I know they never would. But
they need to, man. Like that's when they could sit like they did on the music live thing. They sat on the stools and they did it. Back in the day, Brian wearing that red shirt, I think it was, with the cap. It's crazy. I remember the detail of it, and it's probably backwards. But it's just amazing. And when Nick slows it down in the end, oh my goodness, man, live. Crazy, man. That'd be awesome, though.
Dude, it would be so good. And it's such a catchy tune, dude. Like,
oh, dude.
This is us. This is us. I mean.
So Rory says the answer to our life.
Oh
my goodness, man. Then we could hear Nick do his real whiny voice. That is great, man. And plus, that's a great song even today.
It is.
Oh, I second that. I love that song.
Yeah, it's official. We're campaigning that one too.
There we go.
See if they can remember the words.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough.
They'd be like, "You see me sitting there."
That sounded really good. Really good. Good job.
That wasn't me. I was using a little Nick thing on here. I have
getting us booted because you sound just like him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, copyright. You've been taken off air. Copyright ID has registered your voice. I'm like, oh man.
So somebody had a question in the chat. I mean, we got about 13 more minutes here, and I got a couple things that I want us to touch on. But I mean, you can't go through a Backstreet Boy talk without bringing it up. Mrs. Diana McBride says, "Who's everybody's favorite member?" I don't know where to start.
Let's start with Josh.
All right.
To be honest, it's Nick.
Ooh, I like that answer, man.
Nick. So this is me.
Yeah.
Nick Carter. That's my guy, man.
Oh yeah. What about you, Miss Sherry?
I've always been a Brian girl, but AJ's coming in a close second.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ours are a little complicated over here.
Let's hear it.
You go first.
Well, you can't see, can you?
No. Well, kind of.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not who I thought you were going to say.
She's my
Is that me?
cousin friend.
Until I've lived with this.
Mm.
And you're a Bailey fan, too. You can't forget about the other Mr. Literal. Mr. Bailey Literal.
Yeah.
So.
And I was never a Ryan girl either. Never.
No. I won't embarrass her in this chat, but her story about how she felt about Brian before she got super into the fandom was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have a 20-minute conversation with the man, and it doesn't even hit me until we're in back at the hotel going to bed, and I'm going, with that what he was here, I was there to be talking. That was and he's a Backstreet Boy. and he was right here, and I was right here, and that was a thing.
You can see the video. The video.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Man,
Video's
it's
on there.
awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Allie?
Well, I kind of said it earlier. I've always been a freaking frat girl. I love Nick.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Huh. That too. I've always been a Nick girl because he's absolutely beautiful, but I've always been a Brian girl because his voice makes me like melt. Yeah. So it's kind of the yin and the yang. I love them both for.
I like it. I like that answer. Both Frick and Frack.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
H to the Heather is a.
Brian is my favorite.
Yeah.
No. That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there a reason?
Just
because he's perfect.
Besides that, he just keeps me motivated to keep going. Just the battles with his heart that he fought and survived. I mean, he's cheated death twice. Once when he was a kid, and then when he had his heart surgery. And it just encourages me to keep going and not give up. And we just fought 2 really hard battles when we were younger, and we both came out on the other side stronger. So he just really inspires me. I love Nick as well too. Nick was my favorite until 99. And then I really got to know Brian, and it switched, but Nick is still right there at number 2. And, nice. But it's just Brian's struggle and his coming out on the other side stronger than ever and not willing to give up, and not give up just because his voice, his voice gave out. He hasn't given up. He keeps going, and that keeps me going as well. So,
man,
right on.
That's there's just something about him, right? I mean, Frack and I will get to ours, but I mean, there's just something about his story, I get you. I feel you. Miss April.
Everybody like a normal.
April, that was a crazy laugh.
Anyway, I was always a Nick girl when I was younger. Always, always, always. It wasn't until here, probably within the last year, that AJ's coming in like a close second. With Nick's book, AJ's podcast, both of the guys together have got me motivated to do things that I had been putting on the back burner, like getting my health back in check, getting my mental health back in check. So for me, it's not even so much with the music. It's more of a kind of more of on a different level, if that makes any sense. Of course, when I was younger, Nick is just because he was cute. But nowadays, it's more of a mental level. And I actually kind of feel, but no, it's more of a, like, I even feel weird, like, looking at them that way anymore. Like, I see them more as, like, on a friend level than I want to marry that one. It's more like hey, I just want to be their friend. So it's kind of a weird, complicated reasoning, I guess.
I think that's how it is for us personally, like, especially with Brian, because we had gotten a chance to just talk to him and just get to know him and just kind of explore, what's in his brain with things. And that's how I look at it. I used to be a fan, but now I consider him more of a friend. And it's, I don't know, I guess it kind of cooled me off, with Brian at least. And, but also, I'm going to have to say Kevin, because nobody gave Kevin any love.
Don't you feel like the world we're living in these days, like you get inside the minds, right, Caleb? Like, isn't that crazy to think about?
Yeah, especially because this is a perfect opportunity to do that. Because most of the people we've reached out, they're like, well, it's the pandemic. I'm not doing anything. I can spare an hour, whatever, and we're able to explore anything we want to know. We want to know their story, and we just ask them to give us a little time, and we kind of get to know everyone.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. Thank you, StreamYard. Thank you, Zoom. Can't thank them enough for this.
It started with Zoom, and now we're here.
Yeah, sorry from the bottom.
Yeah. I think we actually started with Facebook Messenger. I think.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, I
remember
think so,
correctly.
man.
Man, terrible idea.
Yeah, I think because we had I was editing the videos for like the first like 5 or 8, and then we got towards the Halloween episode or right before. It's when we started doing Zoom, and I was like, oh, this is awful, you know.
Yeah, I think I second what everybody said. Like I always started with, I started off as a Nick fan strictly because of his voice. And April, to echo what you said, Caleb and I don't feel like we need to marry any of them either. We want to be their friends. So we're on the same level with you, Ape. But I started as a Nick guy, man, just strictly because of the voice, and I don't know. Caleb, do you think Nick technically would be considered? Who do you think the lead singer was before I give you my answer?
I think the lead singer originally was Howie, I believe, and then it went to Brian. Once Brian got into the group, and then of course when Brian's vocals had taken a hit, it had to become honestly it had to become Nick and AJ, in that mix. And of course when Kevin left the group, Howie got more vocals, which it was great. But yeah, they kind of went, but you know what, it worked. For every era, everything they went through, it worked in every way. Yeah. But yeah, I was a Nick person. Yeah. I was a Nick person. I think I still am, and I think Nick and Brian will always be my favorites. But my feelings for Nick hasn't changed. Since 90, 97, 96.
Go ahead, Allie.
So to go on the vocals, the second time I went to Vegas, which was in 2018, it was right after Chances had been released. My friend went with me, who's 22 at the time. She'd only known like maybe 3 songs and Don't Go Breaking My Heart because it was on Top 40 radio. After the show, she hit it on the nail, and I really believe it after she said it, that today, if we had to pick like the strongest vocalist, because back in the day it was Brian. He sings like an angel. We all know this.
The 90s angel.
Yeah, but as of today, it's AJ.
I agree, dude.
She was like, he is the strongest vocalist, and she's not a fan. She just went with me because I wanted somebody to go with me. But as someone who was an outsider, she was like, he has the strongest vocals. Everybody loves Nick and is all over Nick, and I'm not lying, I am too. But AJ vocally is the strongest right now out of all of them.
Yeah, and it's Nick's vocals just they matured. They changed over time, and I mean, a bit of it is, of the previous drug use, and, vocal cords, man, those things are like pearls. They really are. A lot of people, I strive to keep mine up, and I don't do a good job because if they say if you talk too much, you lose your vocals, and it's damaging your vocals the more you talk in your life. And I have, look, I might be able to talk for 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. And after that, I'm like, okay, guys, let's, I have a hard time doing it. But, one thing that's precious to me is my vocals, man.
My thing with AJ that I question is, would his vocals be so strong if he didn't smoke? Because he still smokes.
They would be a lot better for his falsetto, because his falsetto is pretty bad. When he's not like, something more relevant. But like 10,000 Promises during In a World Like This, incredible. But of course they had to change the tempo of it, and he had to change his tone of it, but incredible, but his vocals wise, I absolutely agree. Like, I think his is just in the way, I really do miss the way he was able to do Don't Want You Back, like the attack, like, part of his vocals he used to be able to do, which he isn't able to do anymore because he's a smoker, because his vocal cords are like, yeah, they are. And of course the one, I think, the one that What's funny is I think the one that he can't produce the best like he used to be was the one, because it sounds different than how he used to produce on the album and in the beginning as well, you know?
Yeah, and to go off of the Vegas thing, my wife was not a huge Backstreet Boy fan before Vegas. After the show, her and I were talking, and she goes, "I didn't realize how strong and how much AJ takes the lead in a lot of these things." That's crazy to point out, man. I mean, goodness gracious, right? I mean, the dude can sing.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. When you know, I mean, I understand how people's like you can't replace Kevin, but at the same time, you cannot replace AJ with another person.
Nope.
It would not work. It wouldn't work because AJ doesn't do. I mean, he's done bass. I'm gonna say 3 or 4 songs. He's done the bass, but I mean, this guy's a lead vocalist. Like you put, let's just say Howie on the one singing the one AJ's part. Nope. It's not gonna work.
It's different.
Yeah,
dude.
it's completely different, and it's more recognizable than Kevin doing the bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love AJ's vocals, man.
Me too.
It always impresses me when he does something on whether it's Instagram or whether it's something, and he's singing and he uses his falsetto. I'm like, it's so strong.
I agree. Yeah. So growing up, I was a Nick guy, right? Then I became an AJ dude. Once I got sober and all that, like his story just resonated with me, and it just one of those things. Then the Brian, dude, same with what Heather said. Something about Brian's journey, right, has really made the move for me, because he could have gave up. He could have quit. They got enough money,
Yeah.
They got enough money. They don't need it. And it's not about that. It's that he wanted to keep going for us.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep, and that's incredible, man. The way they do keep going. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Allie, did you want to say something?
Just going off of Brian, like I know it's been very controversial, like the last 6 months with the Bailey shows and stuff, but I've gone to all 3 of them, and in those 6 months, I feel like I've gotten to know Brian on a different level as like Bailey's dad and not Brian the Backstreet Boy. Like I don't even see him as a Backstreet Boy anymore. I see him as Bailey's dad, and he's a totally different dude. Versus being at a Backstreet show with all this security and all these people around you. At Bailey's show, he's just there.
Yep.
Just there. He's just there with his family, and he's just chill, and he's way more laid back. And so for me, I think that's cool that like he still wants to hang out with us, because a lot of the people at Bailey shows are like us. They're Backstreet fans. And we've become Bailey fans. So I think it's cool that he still like hangs out with us, knowing that we're all psycho.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Yeah, man, we got some crazy fans, man. We really do. I say that all the time.
Yeah. But they're diehards, I mean, they're diehards, dude. Thick and thin, man.
They're the reasons why BSB still sells out arenas, stadiums, everything else, man. DNA was, I think, 52 or 55 dates, and the dates we've gone to, didn't see any empty seats.
It's crazy to think about that 3 years later, they'll come back, they'll do the DNA tour, and for a lot of us, we've seen it already, but we're going again. That's crazy.
Yeah, Joshua, this is his time to come and come with us, or actually come with me. We're I don't know if you guys know, me and Josh are about 30 minutes away. So
that's awesome.
And we'll definitely either be traveling together and go and see him, or just go and see him in, I guess, Houston. Houston's the closest. It's a show you don't want to miss, though.
Yeah, I'd hate to say I didn't get to go. You know what I mean? Like that'd be tough.
And I was just sick, and then I couldn't go. I was like, man, it was upsetting, and it's like we gave our tickets away, and it was live streaming it to us. I was like, I don't want to look at it. I really don't want to look at it because I'm not there. So then my wife said, "Hey, how about you perform it?" So I put on Backstreet's Back and I started dancing my gown. And I was having a good time, and all the nurses and everything. My wife was showing the video. They was like, "Oh man, wish I was right there. That was cool." And it was just, and it was really nice. And yeah, that's. I'm going to go. I will go.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And hey, while you're on, man, why don't you tell us who you are, man? Who you are as a fan? Tell us what do you do? And just tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Joshua Robinson, the owner and founder of Triple J Seasoning, and I live in Houma, Louisiana. I've been here since I'm 32 years old now.
What's your address?
Social number, credit card number.
I gave my social. They ain't gonna get much, I don't got good credit.
That's okay. Somebody will fix it for you. Maybe a crypto hacker or something.
So I actually started my company and everything about a year ago. Actually, just made a year just now. And it was during the pandemic, and me and my wife was talking. She's like, "Do you think you're gonna do anything? It's the pandemic now." I'm like, "Oh man," I ain't thought about that. But at the same time, the person I am, I'm so dedicated. Anything I put my mind to, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna succeed. And that's the thing is, and if you can think about it, dream about it, and do anything, you will succeed at it.
Sure.
So, I came out with my seafood ball. It took me 3 years to get it right, and I wanted to make sure that it didn't matter who you are, you could try it out, and you'd be like, "Oh wow, this is really amazing." It's not salty, it's not too spicy. It's just full of flavor, and that's what I wanted to give people, the flavor. It's just like you go into the 5-star restaurant, you want that steak, and guess what? Yeah. I gave you that steak instead of giving you whatever, like frozen meat,
Yep.
And I'm just giving that the quality stuff.
Yep.
So I got more tricks in the bag and everything, and I came out with my all-purpose seasoning as well, and that one got low sodium and no MSG. And then I came out with a low-carb all-purpose fry, and which is keto friendly. And also my wife aunt actually helped me with that one because she's keto. She knows about keto, and she said, "Josh, make this taste good." And she just basically put it in my lap, and I was like, "Oh wow!" So I made it taste good and everything, and it took us at least about 6 months working on the consistency, because if you don't get the formula right, it's going to be too gelatin or too crispy or something like that. So it took a long time to get that right as well. But now it's available on Amazon. So
yeah, man, that's so cool, dude. And from my understanding, we're going to be giving some away to some of the supporters who are a part of this chat tonight. Which we'll discuss. We'll release the contest right after the show, guys. But you guys will be getting some. What is it? The everything season? Is it called the everything seasoning or
all-purpose?
All-purpose Triple J seasoning, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yes. So lower sodium and no MSG, and you can put it on everything, like Cat Williams says. Everything. So everything. You put on everything you want to put it on, and everything.
There's a guy right there, Cat Williams. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Awesome, man. We're looking forward to it. I know Vicky had bought some, I think from Canadish yesterday or today, or maybe this morning. But so I'm gonna hopefully use that tomorrow for I don't know what we're cooking, but whatever we're cooking, it'll go on it. And I know Matthew and I can both vouch for the keto. We had gotten 2 packs of those, and I had fried some shrimp, and I used some on chicken last night, and man, it's fantastic. Like you said, flavorful, which is something that a lot of the keto users kind of forget to do when it comes down to making your food. They forget about the flavor. It always has an aftertaste, and this stuff does not have an aftertaste. It just has spice, and it's just beautiful.
I used it on eggs and burgers. I used eggs for breakfast yesterday and then burgers for lunch. And I tell you what, man, that's good stuff. It's good stuff. And the fact that it stays within our diet, Caleb and I's diet,
Yeah.
I cannot ask for more. So thank you for that. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Triple J's actually stand for my wife and my 2 boys. It's Jessica, Josiah, and Joshua. And Josh is a junior because during the Backstreet Boys concert, I think that time period I was actually in the hospital. Before that, I think it started in July or beginning of September or August or something. I was in the hospital. I had pneumonia, and then I had pneumonia. Then I had appendicitis right back to back, and then they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And Homer just said, I never heard a doctor say it so many times, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, what? And they was thinking it's cancer. It wasn't comforting at all. And they thought it was cancer. They thought it was this. They thought it was that. And they was like, dude, we don't know what to do with you. So finally, I left and I went to New Orleans. And the doctors over there helped me out a lot. I stayed there for like 3 weeks in the hospital. And as you can see, I missed my Backstreet Boys concert, still in the hospital. So I was like, man, this is, and they just kept telling me, like, don't worry, we're going to figure it out. And weeks later, they wound up telling me, like, oh, you got Crohn's disease, it is autoimmune disease and everything. So like everything's just not right. So every other week, I got to get a shot. Every time I got to give myself an injection. And to be honest, when I was my wife, she was freaking out, and she told me, and she's like, I can't believe you ain't freaking out, or why you not upset? And I was telling her, I said, if I get upset, you would get upset 10 times more.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm just keeping my cool. But at night when she's asleep, I actually cry.
Yeah.
Because I ain't know if I was ever gonna see my boys again, and I never knew I was gonna see my wife again. So like telling her that, I was like, all you see me doing was doodling, like basically drawing this image right here in the hospital bed. Because I didn't want to think about nothing else and making phone calls just to keep my mind off of what was going on.
Yeah.
And fake like I'm sleeping. So I don't have to talk to anybody or mess with anybody. So that's my testimony of Triple J's. That's actually how Triple J's came about. It's a family supported thing, and I'm for my family.
Yeah,
so,
that's amazing, dude. Amazing.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad to have you here, man.
Yeah,
really glad.
I much appreciate it. Thank you. I'm excited, like so much. I'm still like this.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun, man, and we're definitely here for you. And when it comes down to it, man, we're always here for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a great dude. There's no better story that I've heard of how a business came to. So you're here, man. We love having you. Glad you're here.
Yeah. Shout out to the Morgan City people, because everyone over here is. Don't do that yet. But my point was like, I just got some money and I need to do something with it, so I'm gonna open up a restaurant. Before this, I was a lawyer. That's the mentality, of people around here opening up restaurants, and, no experience, my 16-year-old son is a chef. That's how it is in Morgan City, man. Yeah. So, to have someone who has love and who has every care in the world to make a product right, no matter how much time it took, it shows how much someone loves and fully stands by their product.
Yes. Like, to be honest, I have things I've been working on for like a year ago, and I'm still working on something to tweak it just a little bit more, or it's like it's good enough. Tweak it a little bit more to make it a little bit better.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing is, it's like I look for perfection, but at the same time, I want everybody to try it, and they're like, oh wow, this is really good, So if it's in your diet or not your diet, you can still have it. So that's the things I'm looking at, trying to get everybody on board.
Yeah, man. Yes. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you all.
We're happy to be partnering with you, man. It's going to be a good deal. So thanks. All right, Caleb, we're down to our possible last segment. You want to talk about videos?
Yeah.
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 All right, we'll go around the round table one more time. Okay, I know we're keeping you guys. I'm sorry, but hey, once we get going, we get going. I want to talk about our favorite music videos. Caleb, you're up, big boy.
Ice Ice Baby.
Ding 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 ding.
Yes, that would be the one for me. I mean, it's just, you know, a young kid doing that. I mean, he was 16 years old when he wrote the rap. I mean, you can't, I forgot what they're called. The design of I forgot what that's called, but I know they're like trying to come back with like the design of his shirts and the pants, that design. Yes, I've been seeing the comeback of, I forgot what they're called. But yeah, Ice Ice Baby. Music video is just fantastic.
It is very, very good. That's a good one. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
All right, stop.
Collaborate and listen. And it stood the test of time too, bro. Good pick. I
mean, it's been many, many years, and children know that song.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's your favorite video of all time. What's your favorite BSB music video? We'll go that. We'll go one and then the other.
Yeah. Let's do Larger Than Life.
Good one.
Even though it's As Long As You Love Me, but I really love Larger Than Life as well.
Josh, man, favorite music video of all time, and then favorite Backstreet video.
Nilly Vanilli.
Oh.
Girl, you know it's true.
Yeah, girl, you know it. Girl, you know it.
That thing in the back of that should start skipping, so they had to go back and.
They're like, whoops. Yeah, that was.
But yes, but Backstreet's back. Backstreet Boys, everybody. Like that's my action song. Matter of fact, for that song, that video. Before the school bus was coming, we actually sit there and watch the video of it. And be like, the bus ain't here yet. Let's go. Then we ran outside.
Man.
Yes.
That's great, man. Who we got?
All right, Miss Sherry. What you got?
Ding, 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 ding. Sherry, music video. What's your fave?
Sorry, I couldn't get my mic connected. I have to go back to the 80s for my all-time favorite, and Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
And then my favorite Backstreet Boy would be As Long As You Love Me.
Beautiful.
I know why you and Caleb are close. I know why.
I knew
there
it.
It is. Yep.
It's the locks.
Allie Bailey.
Favorite of all time? I'm gonna go. Does it have to be pop music?
Nope.
Okay, because I wasn't raised on like pop music. I grew up in a country house.
Not a girl.
So a video that stands out immediately in my mind that I watched on CMT all the time was Martina McBride's Safe in the Arms of Love, and I'm showing that.
Yeah. Yep. Beautiful.
Yep.
Favorite Backstreet video? Answer that question for me.
That would be more than that, because a certain someone has long hair that you just died over. That would be Mr. Richardson.
Yeah.
It would be more than that and Drowning for
the long hair.
Reason.
There you go.
The long Kevin hair.
Mm-hmm.
I do like me some more than that, man.
Yes.
The Chris Lane version is very good too.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, okay. For me, it's kind of funny. So I went through like my Backstreet phase, and then I went through a country phase, and I came back to Backstreet. And those of you who know that I'm directly related to Rascal Flatts through my boyfriend. What's funny is them and Backstreet are very similar. So they did a video in an airport. They did a video in the rain, and one of them also met their wife in a music video. Ironically, it's all in one video. So my favorite video of all time is "These Days" by Rascal Flatts, and
Good
then
song.
my favorite Backstreet video. Oh man, I'm gonna be one of those, and I'm gonna say "I Want It That Way" because it was my first time ever seeing Backstreet, and it was that crooked freaking smile that I was just like, I'm done. I was 6 years old and had no idea what I was getting into, but I was like, you're pretty, I like you, I'm done. And it was Nick, and it was over. So "These Days" and "I Want It That Way."
Good call.
Nice.
Good call.
Nice.
Miss Heather, what you got?
So I've never actually had like an all-time favorite, but one of my favorites that I liked watching when I was younger was probably Garth Brooks standing outside the fire. Basically anything Garth Brooks, but
yeah, wow.
And then Backstreet video again. I never had a favorite. I have songs that have special meanings, but they're not like my all-time favorite. But I think one of the strongest videos they ever did was "I Still."
Oh, dang.
Yes.
And one of their funniest videos they ever did was "Just Want You to Know," because that's his glory, and I crack up every time I watch that video. But I really love "I Still." But I love Joseph Kahn. He's an amazing director, and so any of the videos he's done for the boys always comes out amazing, anyways. So.
Wow, that's a great point.
So, but when people ask me, what's your all-time favorite Backstreet song? I don't have one because I have certain songs that have different meanings to me, and they're all equally as important to me as there's not one above another. So,
that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Miss April.
I'm gonna have to say "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls is my all-time favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then favorite Backstreet Boy, it would have to be "Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely."
Oh, good one.
Yes.
Good one. That touches the heart. Let's see here. Miss Bridget, favorite music video of all time, and then favorite Backstreet music video.
Oh, geez. I mean, honestly, like really the only music videos I watch a lot of are going to be Backstreet Boy videos. So I'd have to say, if I'm going to pick two favorite Backstreet Boy videos in that case, then I'll have to say also "Just Want You to Know," because I think it's hilarious and I like the 80s rock band, hair band kind of thing that they did. And then I also love the Chances music video because I think they look so great in their suits and I just love everything about it.
So, yeah, no, I agree. Masterpiece.
Chances is incredible. And the idea of them just being down for whatever, just tell us what to do and we'll do it, Renee had said there was no direction, like they just, they knew how to do that walk. They knew how to do everything, which is so crazy, I do want to say, if I could change mine, for one of the best music videos ever, "Gangsta's Paradise."
Oh, buddy.
I mean, just thinking how intimidating Coolio is, to who was it? Was it Jodie Foster or not Jodie Foster?
Think you're right. No,
it was the other one who looks exactly the same as Jodie Foster. But that is incredible song, man.
good movie.
Not A Dangerous Mind.
Dangerous Minds. Yeah, you're right.
Is
you're
it?
Right.
Yeah.
Iconic.
What's funny is that's actually my favorite Weird Al song and video.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Paradise.
Weird Al did an amazing parody of it.
That is my favorite Weird Al song to this day. Yep.
I can see why. I can understand.
Yep.
Man, that's awesome.
I think for me, I'm going to have to go with California Love. And it was the most expensive video up until a certain point, probably till Backstreet Boys took it over.
Or Dream Street. It happens every time. HD.
Yeah. Crazy story, huh? That was nuts. I didn't know that cost so much.
It just looks so cheap.
Yeah. And then favorite Backstreet video, it's a toss-up, man, with Chances or the One. I think the One, just because it was like concert clips, you know.
It was for you.
Fun fact, all those concert clips were from Indie.
Oh, come on.
All those clips were from the Indie show back in Millennium when it was called Casico. Yep.
Whoa.
Wow, that's pretty awesome, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, that was my was my concert. I'm like, I was there, way up there, but I was there.
I was up there. If you take a picture, if you just turn it more, you see me right up there.
Yep. I had to work my way to the floor for those guys. So I started in the nose and finally made it to the floor for DNA. And I'm on the floor for Kentucky as well.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. As long as you're there physically.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Nick can see you. Nick sees you up there.
I see you,
baby. I see you.
Bailey
I'm like, no,
has
you
a quick
don't.
story. Speaking of Nick and being in the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Tell your experience in Raleigh.
I'd never been to a Backstreet show before. It took me 20 years. And I don't really have to explain too much, but the way it was, Nick singing the way it was, I was in the nosebleeds, and I'm going, hi. I like that.
She now understands why we all throw our credit cards at them. Like, she didn't understand them.
I didn't understand it, and I'm literally, my dad waited for me in the parking lot, and he took a nap while I was in the show. I get out finally to the car. I get in the car. We're not out of the parking lot yet, and I called her, and I was like, tomorrow, Atlanta, let's roll.
But it's just crazy how, like, they've been around for this long and they can still, like, reach the people that are, like, up in the quote-unquote cheap seats.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, like, a testimonial of that.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, the first show I got to see was Vegas. I think it was the first week, they had started or so. And, a friend of mine on the Backstreet community was like, hey, I got pits, but my husband doesn't want to do pit. And I was like, all right, I'll take him. I didn't book a flight. I'll take him. And so I woke up Vicky. I said, hey, I just booked us flights. And she's like, where are we going? I'm like, we're going to see Backstreet Boys. And we're getting on front row, and we were there like 6 hours before waiting in line. And they didn't let the VIPs in like they were supposed to. And so I was the first one, on the catwalk, and all the women, just hated me. And I mean, I thought they were gonna put, beer in my pockets, wink, wink.
Whoops.
Yeah. Just because like they were like, he's not even VIP. Well, how's he up there? And I'm just like, shut up. Woohoo.
Yeah. Man, you and I had the same exact experience, bro. Same exact.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Why?
Yeah. But I didn't care because I was just like, highway, high five, woohoo, 6 high five for the night. I was like I was doing like Legolas, 7, 8.
Exactly, man. That Vegas show is just something different, dude. It's just so intimate,
Yeah, it definitely was, and it was a great first time for you and I, to see the boys. Unreal. I mean, unreal.
I can still smell the fog from the fog machines every time I watch a video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What Chris didn't get, because he went to the first Vegas show with us, is he stood behind me the whole time. We were in the front row, and he was like, why are these women that are old enough to be my mother losing their minds? And I was like, 1999. How old were they? 1999. How old were they? And he was like,
Not a good question to ask a female. I've been yelled at for it.
Sad,
but
man.
He got a kick out of it. He had fun, but he didn't understand why, like, 50-year-old women were still losing their minds. And I'm like,
And that was
because,
for you, isn't it?
you know, it's the music is timeless and everybody goes to Vegas for, you know, the
Yep.
partying. So
I was hoping to see Celine in Vegas, but the week that we were that I had went, she was off, and I was really heartbroken. And then I was going to see her like a year and a half ago, and the first song she opens with is one of my favorites. That's just the way it is. And then I saw that she was lip singing it, and I was like, I'm not wasting money. I don't like going to people who lip sync, and I understand with her, she's a perfectionist, so vocals are, you know, have to be on top. But like the very first song you open is, oh, I'm sorry, like you have to lip sync. Like I'm like, come on, you know.
It takes it away from me, man. I mean,
yeah.
Why do a concert then? You know.
Yep, and we've been to a lot of we've been to probably over 120, 150 concerts in the last 4 years together, me and Vicky, and we've been to somewhere I'm like, I wish they would really sing that live, and then I'm like, I really wish they didn't sing that at all because it was just so bad, and it just tore my childhood up, you know.
Yeah. All right, Caleb, we're at an hour and a half, man. I can't thank everybody enough for being here with us on this show, Caleb. Man, this is great.
Yeah. It was really, really fun, man. Great seeing you guys. I know we're always staying in touch with each other, but it's just cool to do a show. And yeah, we really appreciate everyone just tuning in and just being here. And we appreciate the we'll call out newcomer Josh. We love you, man. We're happy that there's another guy in the group. It makes us feel less alone, and makes us feel like we're taking over the world now, man. Might just be 5 of us or so. I think all together. Yeah, Alejandro and Rory, which I don't know. Rory says he hasn't come seen us in a while, and we got Mr. Ramen and that's 5 people, so
we're 5 deep.
5 deep.
5 directions, baby.
Yeah.
5 directions. Yeah.
Thank
guys,
y'all so much, guys.
Thanks for everything, man. Caleb, it's always a pleasure doing these shows with you, man. And we'll be back next week. Thank you to all the supporters and everybody that tuned in.
Let's also just mention that we do have a lot going on next week. We have let's see, are we doing Delius live or?
I think we plan.
I think we are.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Delius from All for One, which is the band or the group who sing "I Swear I Can Love You Like That." Angel. They have like 3 albums filled, and I encourage you all to listen to their music because I think they're just as great as the Backstreet Boys. I mean, just because they're all about harmonies, live vocals. And me and Vicky were watching I Can Love You Like That video, and we were like, yeah, they were little bitty babies in this, but Delius still looks exactly the same because he was always clean shaven. I mean, and bald, like exactly the same. But yeah, we have Delius, and then we have some people coming, and yeah, it's gonna be. That's going to be a great show, too, because it's part of our childhood. It's people who shaped who we are today. That's the truth about it, especially for me because, I wish I had a spoon to show you guys a cool trick. But, we'll just wait to the show.
We can all do it together, all of us.
Yeah.
Yep. Big things coming. Big things in store, as always, tune in, and I'm excited for the All for One. I'm excited for the one we're doing the week after that, and we'll just keep them coming, day in and day out.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for being on the show with us. Josh, it was nice to meet you, man. Ali, Bailey, Heather, Bridget, April, Sherry, love you guys, and we out.
Whoa! It's the Frickin' Frack Show, a podcast for the fans by the fans. This is the Frickin' Frack Show, a podcast for the fans by the fans.
Frickin' Frack Show, a podcast for the fans by the fans.
All right, guys, you're watching the Frickin' Frack Show podcast
For the fans, by the fans.
I love you.